Oh my God, this is well hard key though.
I'll try a stick end.
Oh, no way!
So it's pretty intense. Like there's like you have like a little VR set, like headset. And
No way.
They
What?
showed like different things, like of crashes and crossing the road.
What?
I was like, whoa!
That sounds horrible.
Lollipop game is sick.
Please welcome the amazing, the wonderful Amy Kelly. Woo! Welcome, welcome, welcome. How are you keeping?
Good to be here. I'm good.
Glad to have you. There's your tune, there's your intro. So, first time meeting you, I only met you, 3 weeks ago when we did our pre-record? Was it maybe a month ago or something like that?
Yeah, well, it felt like a long time ago.
Felt like a while ago for some reason. I was like, how long ago was it? But it's great to meet you for the very first time. It's great to get connected. It's always nice to meet new musicians. Do you know what I mean? So there's so many of them in Dublin, so many of them in Ireland. So it's so nice to kind of get to know everybody. You've got a brilliant history. You've got a great resume with some fantastic artists.
Yeah, I've been lucky. Like I've been playing for the last like 12 years, I guess, around the whole festival scenes. I got to play some great places like Forbidden Fruit and Electric Picnic and C Sessions, and that was as a backing vocalist or with my other band. So I'm pretty lucky to have that experience and meet amazing people along the way, which made me grow as a musician and artist, I'd say.
Yeah, it's awesome because you are a fantastic singer. So it's not all luck. I mean, it's definitely your talent that's taking you to those places, I'm sure, as well.
Yeah.
I know there's a lot of connections and connectivity as well required to that, which is, it's kind of part and parcel of the journey, isn't it? You need to really connect with different people and things. So how did it start off for you? Like, did you just start off singing all of a sudden, or how did you kind of get into music?
Yeah, always as a kid, I'd be listening to the radio and I was fascinated by harmonies and stuff because I was in a choir in school and was an all-girls Catholic school, and they took it real serious, like the choirs, and we won lots of competitions and stuff. So I kind of like got into singing through that, and my dad, he would have been into singing and played in a traditional band and done covers and played harmonica. And then as a teen, I got into like R&B and like hip-hop and just was fascinated by rappers and thought it was the shit and wanted to be cool and one of the lads, but also and like my brothers were like, you know, smelly rockers at the time, and my friends were like, are your brothers actually rockers? Like, oh my god, because we'd only be listening to rap or whatever was on, you know, real shallow like kind of stuff, but they got into skating and stuff, but I was always intrigued by their whole world. And so that was kind of the start of it. But like they'd come home and I'd listen to their music as well as what I was like secretly into at the time, you know, and sing along to like Destiny's Child, but also then listen to Jeff Buckley or ABBA from my mom or something random, you know. So
that's fantastic. I
definitely have just all of those influences would be, you know, kind of my jam, and that's why I'd be like genre fluid with music. And what I'm releasing now for the EP would be a bit of everything, you know, and that's just a taste, but I'll probably focus on the main project and start doing like a genre release. I'm thinking of doing that like for each album or EP after this one.
Awesome, because the Stony Brokes, I mean, I had a listen, it's fantastic stuff.
Yeah,
so that was back in 2014, right? I think was the one of the albums, EPs you had released.
Yeah, we started in 2009, and then we had a long run of trying to make it, you know, and we got to play loads of festivals and stuff, but
it's a lot heavier than
really
stuff
grew
now.
Yeah, oh wow,
it's a lot of tongue-in-cheek with the lyrics as well, a little bit like.
It started off kind of like we were at the time, I was just coming out doing my leaving cert, and I met Lola and we like bonded in school. She came into school in like 4th year and we bonded through like the Beatles and SpongeBob and stuff like that. What a mix. But yeah, that's when I kind of was starting to be more myself and getting into music, and we were all listening to like Led Zeppelin and the Beatles and like Neil Young and folk scene and rock and roll and all that kind of stuff. So that's kind of what the Stony Brokes were like then. And then we kind of changed through the sound that was around us, through like Sweeney's and stuff. There was a lot of progressive rock, and I was into like Hell, I think they were called Galactic Affair then, and then she went solo, it was Sarah Red, and then New Secret Weapon, all those kind of bands, and then the Hot Sprockets. So they kind of we went rock and roll, kind of prog heavy then. But that was more Dan, the guitarist. He actually plays with me and Andy now as well. He would have been the main writer, and then I'd kind of just bring my own stuff to it, like so.
Yeah, it's great. It's such a progression.
It was a good experience.
Like,
it was really a learning experience. But then I got into backing vocals, and I loved that, and it was great for a few years. But kind of looking at the front singers, being like, I want to do my own thing again.
But you gained so much experience from backing vocals, right? Yeah,
absolutely learned, and from like all the different genres and the way other bands work, and just looking at how they work with each other, and just that buzz of the like the Hot Sprockets were a festival band, and my brother was in it, and just like it was just all about love and just feeding off the audience, and that was really important as well. And then I was like, I want that, like one day to have my own little clique like that was into my music, but also my friends, like so it was a great time to experience all that, like over the years.
Yeah, it's great to now be able to set up your own project now with all of the experience you've accumulated.
Yeah,
so it seems like great timing. So ANDI, the project, ANDI, I mean, it's only a couple of years old.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about how you sort of formed it, I suppose, and kind of when it was. Was it 2019? I didn't see it.
I kind of like, even from while I was in the Stony Broke, even 2015, I was like writing a lot of my own stuff, but I just didn't feel I had the confidence to go and bring it to the band. Like I was just like, oh, we're doing our thing and it's working, like, and I just kind of got in my head. I tend to do that and just tell myself that I can't do it. And then I guess like just after a few years, then I had my second child, and I was like, God, I've been through so much, and I'm a mother and I have 2 girls, and I'm trying to like show them to be strong and do what they want, and that they can do anything. So like, I'm not really being a good role model if I'm not being true to myself and, doing my own kind of solo stuff and writing my own music and being confident in what I write, and just backing myself up, so. Yeah,
so now you're actually taking that leap, I suppose, for yourself. Yeah. Is it over the fear wall, I suppose, that we all tend to create these things, don't we?
Yeah,
Some are greater than others.
Yeah.
So some people, especially if it's something you really want to do, there seems to be a lot more inner turmoil in our heads to kind of stop us from doing it, isn't it?
Yeah. I've always kind of got in my head in that way, but I knew I wanted to do my own thing and go solo. But there's a lot of love from the band that I was in, so 2 of the members are actually playing with me anyway, like now, because we all kind of work together in different projects, which is great. So to have that to back you up, and I've had like different people play with me over the last 2 years, because everyone like in that kind of crew with all the musicians, they all have their own projects, so you have to like borrow a guitarist when the other one's not free, which is great as well, because you get a different taste and flavour from different musicians, but you also like form a great bond and community in your own music, like.
Yeah, it's so important, I guess. And also you get to learn from so many different musicians, right? You get to maybe get inspired by them by accident. It can happen. So it's really nice to have that community. And it's great that Dublin is so tightly knit like that, isn't it? The music industry, like you can just ring someone up and go, not now, we can't do it because there's no gigs, but let's say if you needed somebody to fill in for a gig, like you'd have a better chance of doing that, which
I think,
we miss it so much, obviously.
A lot of people are approachable. Like even yesterday, I just like grew up here and was like, do you know what, I need an Irish rapper, and I'm just going to chance my arm with someone that I'm listening to at the moment. And I just messaged him. He probably thought I was a creep, but like he ended up being really nice about it, and I was like, I loved your album, and I just feel like one of my songs is missing something, so would you want to like just slot in? And he's really nice about it and cool. Like, and again, me getting in my head, I'm like, oh God, he's gonna think I'm this creep, just like play with me, like even though like he doesn't know me, like, but I know of him, and I know that he'd know a few people in our music friend group, like, so
you're not totally random. You do have a connection.
Well, I'm probably random to me. I'm probably random to him, but he's not random to me, especially from the album that he had as well. So
we have a tendency to think that we're bothering people, but people generally, I think they are genuinely like feel privileged sometimes to get a message from somebody else reaching out. I think that's how I've started to think about it. It's kind of like, they feel like honoured that someone that wants to reach out to them. It values them.
Sure, if I hadn't have heard from you, like I wouldn't be here. And it was great to have a gig, like to look forward to and something to look forward to and work towards again, like getting out of that hole of 2020, So
when was your last gig?
Well, my last gig now, like not in front of people, my last gig was February 2020. Yeah, 2020.
Yeah. And what was that gig like? Where did you...
That was in Drop Dead Twice for Griffo was putting on a gig. He's the singer of New Secret Weapon, and yeah, it was great. I think it was he was putting on a few people playing upstairs and downstairs, and then I played another one the week after for Valentine's Day for a collective group called Wuthering Heights, and they had their debut at Knockenstocking. So it was like just loads of like fancy clothes and dress up, and they just had loads of kind of empowering things for people to dance to, and like costumes and drag, and it was great. Like, so they did a kind of Valentine's night, and then little did I know that a few weeks later everything was going to go to shit, like, so
crazy.
But then I had a gig there last Friday in Whelan's for Whelan's Once a Watch, but that was no crowd, but it was still great to be back there. Like, I was like,
did they have like a pre-recorded audience claps like
no,
this,
I just had like, there was actually a few people there, like it was all safe, and they tested everyone and their temperatures and all, but it was nice to have a few people on like lighting, like, and sound, and just kind of the guy that owned the place, and just people around, like they gave a little clap, but still just getting, like, I pretended I kind of was playing to an audience, which I do. Like, I tend to have like an alter ego when I perform and get in my head anyway, and just get lost in a different world when I'm playing, you know. So
it's awesome. Yeah, and we got to see that obviously when we recorded you a couple of weeks back. So I guess we'll segue into that, and we'll play the video of your song Housewife. That was Housewife by ANDI, and we're joined by, of course, Amy Kelly here, the lead singer. Absolutely fantastic. Did you enjoy that?
Yeah, my microphone there again.
Oh yeah, I know. Yeah, see, that's why I have the wireless thing, so I don't have to think about that stuff. Absolutely awesome. It was great to have you in the studio, just be in that space. I know it's different. We were kind of talking a little bit about, you know, playing gigs in front of cameras and stuff, and I know there's such a different thing. It's so nice. Obviously, I get the honor and privilege to listen to you guys. You know, to listen to musicians in front of me. You know, it's a very rare thing to listen to. You had a bit of a stripped down set for that one. You were missing a member.
Yeah, we were missing Dan, the other electric guitarist. So he would play a lot of random noise and these loads of pedals, but like they're really essential, like, you know, as well. For that one, kind of builds the ambience in the song. And then Stephen Carney, the drummer, you were missing in that. So they're playing on the recording of the EP Cedar Ward, and
awesome.
But Stephen's busy now with family stuff going on and work, so we have another guy that's going to have to fill in now, Ken Walt, so we'll be welcoming him in to the live shows anyway. So
I've already got musicians lined up, so you have a backlog of potentials, like, you know. It's like there's no hiatus between musicians. It's like you already have that connection built.
It's hard though to find drummers that just playing in so many bands. Like, they're
two drummers.
Like,
you're looking at two drummers right here.
Oh, stop.
Yeah.
You sure?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
No, I don't know about great drummers.
Yeah.
That might be.
This is great. This is like your interview.
I know. All of a sudden, I just flipped it on me. Well, there you go. And guys, back home, by the way, it's your opportunity to ask any questions for Amy, or make any comments or anything like that. So do pop it into the chat there. Don't worry about it if you want to throw a question in.
No pressure.
No pressure at all. So Cedarwood. Okay, tell us a little bit about this upcoming EP. So we have Housewife, which is the first song, correct?
Yeah.
So tell us a little bit about. Are we expecting another song soon from you? Or?
Yeah, in the next 4 to 6 weeks. I haven't got an exact date, but it's because I'm discussing stuff with the lady that's doing PR, so it's kind of working around what date is the right date and what she can fit me in, because so many people in the last year and a half are releasing stuff. Like, it's just, which is great to see, and they're all kind of made it work, like with their own home studios, and like people adapt so well. It's amazing, especially here. Like the community of musicians are just class. Like, so I lost my train of thought there. What were
you weren't sure which?
Date, for the dates.
Yeah. So we'll wait. We'll
so yeah, have a single coming out soon. Yeah, and the whole EP is based on like my own experience or other people's experience around mental health and how they deal with it or how they've been suffering with it. Like, so, you know, some of it is like how I was feeling at the time, or like angry about someone else's situation, and so it goes through that kind of journey. But the songs are kind of like a bit of every genre, you know. There's some kind of R&B, like slash progressive, like just a little segment in one song, and then you know, another song I kind of get punk towards the end. I think I probably was listening to like too much Idols or something like that. Yeah, at the time. So it's kind of who I'm listening to at the time that influences like what I'm writing, and it just comes out.
That's fantastic. And so 2 of your previous tracks as well, Hermit and Housewife as well, revolved around mental health.
Yeah, the first, like, I thought about putting Hermit on the EP, but because it's like in a different studio and just a different time, even though it's about like mental health, I thought it could have fit, but I just wanted it to be fit as the whole package. Like, you know.
Makes sense. You want to obviously present it together eventually. You release the songs as singles and then they come together a package. You want to have the same studio sound and producer, and obviously have it in that package. That totally makes sense. And
it was good to even have a taste. Like Hermit as a debut single was like a taste for what maybe I was going to release, you know, to do with mental health. And when I released that, like, unfortunately it was during lockdown, and I did have a big fundraiser show, like, that I wanted to put towards Pieta House. Like, I have been, you know, given anything I get on Bandcamp or whatever, like, I give towards Pieta House, but I'd rather like have a big, another, hopefully one day soon, have a show that I can give towards different mental health charities and stuff like that. So.
Brilliant. Fair play to you. That's amazing. And did that help you with your like mental health and to release music over the lockdown and stuff like that?
Definitely.
How was that for you? Like, how did
it definitely did help. It was kind of a weird process because I was dealing with the loss. My brother died 4 months before the lockdown, so it was kind of.
I'm so sorry to hear that.
Oh, that's okay. But yeah, so it was a strange one for me. I was like, shit, like, I need to be with my friends and I need to be playing music, and how am I going to do this? And I kind of got in a hole, but I wrote lots of like dark stuff as well. So the next project will probably be something different. Who knows? But
would you make a separate project? Would you mean like as in album project?
Maybe an album or an EP or something like that. But I think I'll focus on each genre then for the next project. But yeah, it definitely helped me get through it. If I was feeling down, I just write. I try to write like poems or songs every day. Like, I'm a devil for just doing half songs, and I have different journals of loads of random half songs, or I just be kind of walking along, grab my phone and like write a song that comes in my head, or lyrics and stuff.
Yeah, it's awesome. You can
I wouldn't be like the best musician, so I kind of hum different parts of the songs, and then I'd send it on to the other people. Like, but then I go back to my phone. Sometimes I get in a hole and won't play music then, and I'm like, what was I singing about there? Like, I don't feel that way at all. Like, a couple of weeks later, I'm like, wow, but I'll definitely approach it and make it work somehow. Like, you know. Yeah,
it's fantastic though that the creativity comes out of you, and the fact that you can stock it up anyway and archive it, right? And sometimes go back to it. And you never know, in 5 years' time, something that you mightn't appreciate now, you might actually appreciate then or understand it better, perhaps. So it's great the way.
Yeah, I definitely use a lot of it, but and I tend to, like, even if I don't finish a song, sometimes it works, like, because I'm obviously feeling a certain way for a certain amount of time, and I'd have like a half bit of a song and another half bit, and it would actually work in and make it one whole, like, you know. That's kind of like even one of the songs on the EP, the title track Cedar Ward. I ended up doing that. That was like one half of a song to another half, but it made it work because it's kind of like a breakdown, like, you know, where I just go a bit rasher in it, like. And
brilliant. A bit rasher. I love that. Fantastic.
Yeah.
So that's brilliant. I'm really looking forward to seeing your next releases, and looking forward to seeing what comes more out of ANDI. It's just awesome, the fact that you have a project you can finally call kind of your own, and is more resonating with you.
Have something out there, like. And just like Dan that played guitar as well, he was the one that recorded it as well. So it's nice to just for them to get it as well, to have that project. Like, 'cause I know he's been working on other things, and actually there's another Sony Brokes album he's been working on that we've been doing for years. He's gonna bring out as well. Like, so I'm excited to just have like an album and an EP from two different projects.
I'm so happy to hear that's coming back. Right?
Oh yeah, it was
brilliant.
Yeah, it should be a good album as well. I don't know when he's going to bring it out, but we were just too proud of it and worked over the years, but ended up kind of finishing as a band, but we still wanted to bring the album out because it's
That's so interesting.
we thought it was too good to forget about, like, you know.
Well,
so.
basing on your previous stuff,
Yeah.
I can't wait to hear that now. That's awesome.
I can't wait to hear it as well.
Wow,
'Cause we haven't heard
amazing.
it fully.
I hope
finished,
it happens now. I hope it doesn't take another 10 years. You know what I mean?
I know it will be soon, but we're just waiting to kind of sit down and have a listening party together and have a few beers and see each other again. Like
Maybe wait till it all opens up again, isn't it?
Whenever that.
That's awesome. Well, we have a few comments. We have a couple of questions. We got Laura Lynch says, "What's your spirit animal?"
Lola, you absolute wagon. Lola is who she plays in the band. She is Andy. The two of us we play together. I'm gonna try like distract and not answer the question.
That's fine.
No, I will. But I just wanted to give a shout out to Lola because she is all things Andy. Like I've had other people play with me when I started Andy, but she's kind of been the whole creative buzz of it as well.
Awesome.
And it's her birthday tomorrow.
No way!
Shout out, yeah.
Happy birthday, Lola. You call her, do you?
Lola, yeah.
You call her happy birthday, Lola?
Yeah, you met her here at the guitarist, yeah.
Yes, we did, yeah. So,
but my spirit
have a great
animal,
weekend.
my spirit animal would probably be.
That's a tough question.
Like I
Lola.
love elephants, like, but I think I'm feistier than an elephant, so I don't know. I'm gonna say like a crow or something.
What?
A crow, maybe.
Crow.
Because they're kind of dark.
Feisty.
Yeah, because they peck.
Oh,
I feel
yeah,
like.
yeah. Okay, fair enough. Jeez, I wouldn't know.
They're always around. They're quite calm in the sky and whatever, but they'll nip your eye.
So they're
if you mess
peaceful
with them.
with a hidden kind of agenda.
Yeah, and
Okay.
like they're just.
They also
dark and
bring
beautiful.
omen of sorts, right? Depending on
yeah, they
how
do.
they group themselves, they represent a specific.
like murder of crows. A group.
Yeah, there you go. Okay, well, this is getting very dark. Thanks very much, Lola, for that one.
What are you? What's your spirit animal? Please pop it in.
Pop it into the comments. We'd love to see that. Pablo says, "Damn, she has a great voice."
Damn, Pablo.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Brew says, "Brew in the house." Brew, this isn't about you, are you? Nobody cares.
Hey, Brew. I'm glad you're in the house.
It's about Andy here, okay?
Yes.
No, we love Brew. We love Brew.
Cool.
Sarah Jane Williams is wishing happy birthday to Lola. And, Anthony Gernan, a crow laughing. Yeah. Brilliant.
I panicked, all right? But,
No,
you know, shout out to
legit.
crows, man.
Listen, usually in times of like urgency and panic is when the truth comes out.
I know.
You know what I mean? Because we're in fight or
God,
flight.
subconsciously, I'm like a dark bitch.
Now you know. Now you know, though. The
I'm
truth
trying
is
to add
out.
colour into my life and this new project, but who knows?
It's great. No, and I'm loving the branding and everything, the red and everything. You're really doing a great job. But I want to ask you. We have a question of the week. We always ask people a question.
Oh, yeah.
Don't worry, it's not going to catch you off guard. Or maybe it will, I don't know.
Yeah.
But you might have heard me mention at the start, and it's what venue, if you had the powers to open up a venue and create a bubble around it, and it's like it's not affected by the laws and anything of the universe, and you could like reopen it as if it was like, you know, feckin' whatever's a busy date for it to be open, a Friday night in October. You know, what bar would it be in, and maybe what band would you like to see performing in it? Maybe I haven't even asked that one.
I
you're
had
really
thought
tied in
when
with
I
that.
heard you say that, I said, please don't ask me this question. But
You can say pass. I mean,
you know, I think, can I go back in time? Do you remember Sweeney's in Dime Store?
yeah.
In
Fond
Dame Lane.
memories.
That's like where I would have grown as a musician when I'm with other musicians and met everyone there. So I'd love to go back in time and open it as Sweeney's or even earlier at Le Cirque and probably go see. I would love to see like the Sprockets, New Secret Weapon, the Hassel Merchant, Vernon Jane, all those, just play again and see all those bands.
Awesome.
And maybe throw a little gig in for myself because I mentioned you know, who knows?
Defo.
You gotta plug your own shit.
And that's where 100%. And that's where like Knock and Stocking kind of started, really, didn't it? What Sweeney's Dime Store, wasn't that?
Yeah, it was all
the
that kind of
beginning?
group.
So, wow, that's mental. I hope we all get it back. I know Sweeney's is gone for good. I'm sure something will eventually come to replace that.
But they've been doing stuff like in like Drop Dead Twice and you know, they still have stuff going on in like the Grand Social and different places. And where else did I play? In December I did a live gig in Chennai. Christina Quill does a lot there as well. Like they're great, and the
Keto recommended you
venue. Oh, cool!
That was Keto and said I worked with Andy and they were fantastic. Let's get them on.
The Venue Collective. What's it called?
X Collective.
Yeah. Or,
Is it?
No, it's not that. I'll find out the name.
I know which one you mean. I think it is. What is it? Live Venue Collective.
That's it. Shout out to Live Venue Collective.
There we
It was
go.
class. Yeah, they've loads of different projects
they came
and
together
smaller venues. Like,
for the lockdown, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
That was something really that got me out of like sad times, because everyone was going, oh shit, we're back in
That was a rough time because that was going
and we were
into
like,
Christmas
let's quickly
time.
get this gig and let's do it. And it was just lovely. And I played with Patron. She had a release there a few weeks ago. Her EP is gorgeous. That's someone else maybe you could look into.
Here, listen, I'm going to be in touch with you after this and pick your brain about more artists. I know you know a lot of fantastic ones.
But I did
awesome.
backing vocals for her as well on that EP, and I got to perform with her, and it was a gorgeous gig. And then just the difference of between doing folk and then screaming my head off then in my own gig was just lovely.
On the same night.
I felt like everything was back to normal, and then obviously we went back in.
I know.
But it's nice to be here and doing stuff and plugging music and playing again, like, thanks to people like yous,
Stop, please. We do it out of passion, and we obviously love promoting independent artists and great independent artists as well. It's true to us, everybody here, Tsunami Studios, White Noise, and the Mars, we're all together, like, because we all have that same vision.
Yeah.
And we love working with great musicians like yourself. So I heard somewhere, you told me through the grapevine that, or I heard through the grapevine that you're a lollipop lady, yeah?
Yeah, shout out to all the lollipop
How do you train to be a lollipop lady?
So it's pretty intense. Like, there's you have like a little VR set, like headset. And
no way.
They showed like different things, like of crashes and crossing the road.
What?
I was like, whoa.
That sounds horrible.
Lollipop game is sick. But
Jesus.
yeah, I was doing it just as a random thing to like have extra money, but just as a relief. So I had to train for that, and then I went on to get a permanent spot, because obviously I wouldn't have been gigging as much, and I wanted something to still fit while I could still play music in the evenings and festivals and get off in the summer. But yeah, I've actually learned to love it more over time, like connecting with the community and crossing the kids, and I feel like my job is more to wave at people.
Oh, that's great.
I'm like, hello everyone,
well, look,
good morning, like trying to start their day. But
we have lollipops.
Oh wow!
And if you check there, just underneath your couch.
Oh yes.
You have lollipops.
What is this? Wow.
Right?
Yeah.
So we're going to do a game. I don't know what we're just going to throw lollipops into that mug. Do we have a picture of the mug?
Yeah, keep it popping.
Okay, so let's show the mug. And you're a little bit closer than me. You're going to have an advantage.
I will, but I could like feck something on the screen and ruin everything.
No, I don't think you're going to do it.
I'll try to just throw it gracefully.
Any of us could break the mug because they're like hard lollies.
We'll keep it safe, My training will come back in. Safety, road safety.
We need to watch a VR instructional video perhaps for this. I've never done this. I don't even know if it's going to go in. But yeah, let's get this segment cracking. Cue the music.
What do we win? What do I
we get to win all these lollies.
Oh, great, yeah.
So the winner
Kids
gets.
will be delighted.
Yeah. So you can give them to your kids. Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so do you want to go first?
Okay.
All right. You are way closer than me.
Oh, that was terrible.
Okay, well, look. Jeez. That is well hard.
Stick, it kind of swears.
That is well hard. Even if it gets in, that's going to bounce out.
Oh!
That has to count for like half a point, I'd say. Oh my God, this is well hard, Keto.
I'll try a stick end.
Oh, no way! That is amazing. How'd you do it? Look, you're best. You're twice as close as me.
Who cares? The fact that I got
that it's not over yet. We still have. Yeah, let's. I need to try it. I need to try it.
All right.
Oh,
I went stick for
you went
lollipop
stick first.
Sorry.
All right, one more each then. One more each. All right. There's no way I'm gonna get it.
Winner.
There's no way. There's no way I'm gonna get it. That is impossible.
Oh. That was close.
Oh,
that was close.
I'm going to be cleaning up all these lollipops, haven't I? Yeah. Before you go. All right. Will we just go through all of them?
Yeah, one last.
Just go. It's actually kind of tempting. Like you want to do it. Oh, I got it! I got it!
And you cracked.
And I cracked it! Oh my God, that was amazing.
You need to get a close up of that.
That was so good. We need to replay that in slow motion, Keto. No, we don't have that option yet.
Look at that.
We don't have that. Oh my God.
Oh, stop.
Mark Zuckerberg.
Yeah,
that's his name. That's Mark Zuckerberg. Yeah. All right, fantastic. Well, that was the
so
lollipop
much
segment.
fun.
I think Amy obviously gets the win that she got the first one in, so congratulations.
Oh, it was a draw, plus you like wrecked the place.
Look, I'm going to take one lollipop for myself at least. All right, but I definitely want to give you those lollipops so you can give them to your kids. You can give them to the kids on the street
I'm not
as
allowed
well.
now, you know, because in case they think I'm like the candy man, like
Oh,
trying
you're
to
not
lure
allowed to
kids
give
in.
kids
They ask me nearly every day, and I have to like disappoint them that I don't actually have lollipops.
Because you used to be able to, right?
I think it's a myth around lollipop ladies and.
Well, I had a lollipop
men.
lady now. She used to give me lollipops.
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry. You must have been a good kid back
I was
in the
a very
day.
good kid.
Yeah.
I was a very good kid. Actually, this was only last week. Well, hey. All right. Fantastic. Been a pleasure, Amy. So good to have you on the show. Cedarwood coming out soon. Check out
Cedar
Andy.
Ward, because it's to do with the wooden tree, but also the ward in the
Oh, it's
hospital
Ward, is
ward.
it?
Yeah.
Oh, my apologies. Cedar
Ward.
Ward.
Yeah.
Very good. That's a great mix. That's very interesting, actually. Yeah. So check out obviously your Facebook. You've got your own website now.
Yeah.
As well. So check that out, guys. The links are in the description for Andy's music, and obviously stay posted to any of the upcoming stuff. So thanks so much for coming.
Take my lollipop with me.
Take all your lollipops. There you go. Take them all away. I'll clean them up now.
Thanks so
and I'm
much.
going to leave you guys at home
Bye.
with 2 more tracks. We got 2 more tracks by Andy, and it's Itch and Giving Up.